This is your captain speaking. This is your captain speaking. Hey man, I gotta open it up. The preseason is over. The Panthers, they took care of business today. They looked pretty sharp. I know it was against the backups, but I ain't trying to hear that. But this is your captain speaking. The bandwagon will be opening soon and very soon. Okay? The bandwagon will be opening soon and very soon. I am the captain of this ship. Make sure you punch your ticket. Grab your ticket. The Panthers, we out the basement, man. We out. Look, the bandwagon is opening, man. I'm telling you. I'm not popping champagne, but I had to put the captain's attire back on. A win is a win. And I'm just giving y'all fair warning right now, because it's the last one that don't count. All the wins after this count. All of y'all that thought we was going to be in the basement, some of y'all predicted we were going to have the number 1 pick all over again, a top 5 pick. Look, man, I'm just saying. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. This is your captain speaking. This is your captain speaking. The bandwagon is open. If you're going to get on it, go ahead, get on it, man. There's nothing to be afraid of. I know we've been hurt in the past, but if you don't think this look like a better coach team, just a smoother operation today, I don't know what you was watching. And that alone is going to have us way better. So I'm telling you, go ahead. I'm the captain. This is your captain speaking. This is your captain speaking. Go ahead and get your ticket. The bandwagon is open. The bandwagon is open. Okay? I'm just saying. I just had to open the show up that way. Okay? I'm back now though. I'm here. What up though? What up though? Fans, Panthers Nation, my people. What's good? What's good? I don't know if you missed it or you've been sleeping under a rock, but the Panthers just dropped 30+ points in a preseason game. Oh my Lord. I don't know when the last time we dropped 30 points in a preseason game. I know it's just a preseason game, but Lord. 30 points. I thought we was on the way for 40. I thought we was going to drop 40 on them for a minute. Jack Plummer was cooking. Bryce Young and the starters look good. Look, man. Look, you got to take it for what it is. I know the opponents aren't the starters, but you got to look at it from an operational standpoint. Last year, we played backups. We looked bad fundamentally. False starts, getting in and out of the huddle bad at times, miscommunications on protection. And I got on this mic, this same microphone. I said that I understand we were keeping it vanilla. I understood we were keeping it vanilla. But I got on here crying and whining about the fundamentals. Where were the fundamentals? That's what I was asking about. I was asking about the fundamentals. I asked about it because you can tell me it's a vanilla playbook, but if I'm not seeing the basic stuff, I'm skeptical. But it's a complete 180. It's a complete 180 from last year. They look crisp. They look like they had some purpose. Even the backups competed. We look like some resemblance of a quality football team. We had everybody and their mama caught a pass today. And they said that it could be vanilla. There's levels to this vanilla. You got vanilla, then you got vanilla, French vanilla, you got vanilla bean. Sometimes you got Mayfield, then you got Bryce. There's levels to this vanilla stuff, man. You got different brands. You got different brands, different types of vanilla. So this is vanilla. Let's cook. I'm good. I like what I saw today. We're going to get into all of that, man. I'm going to get into these comments very, very quick. My name is Aaron Duncan here at the Necessary Blunt, the Sports Talk. I am your designated captain of this bandwagon. Look, man, all it takes is a little bit of positivity for the Delulu to hop back in. All it takes is just a smidgen of positivity for the Delulu to hop back in. That's all it takes. Because we've been begging for something positive to happen. And yeah, we're not going to blow this out of proportion. Just like the joint practice, it was a step. A big step, but it's just a step. It's not the end goal. It's not the destination. We have not reached the destination. It's a step, but a big step. And offensively, if you watch this game offensively and saw the starters and don't feel good about how he looked going into week 1, look, I don't know what else you were looking for. I don't know what else you were looking for. You know what I'm saying? But all it takes is a smidgen of positivity, just a little bit, just that much, for the Delulu to hop back in. J47, what up, though? Rockstar L, what up, though? We're going to talk about Terrace. I'm going to talk about Terrace and that news. Josh, keep pounding. What up, though? Renard, what up, though? Mr. Luke Cage, what up? Thomas Hayes, what up, though? And Malayan K, what up, though? What's good? Mike Chun, what up, though? Daniel Wu, what up, though? Elijah said, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. David Poindexter, what up, though? Said, nice to see something comforting today. Big and welcome change. Yep. B. Dukes, what up, though? Antonio McClanahan, what up, though? Bryce about to use his legs way more now. You see him buying time. David Holloway, what up, though? The cap is back. Yep. Vita, what up, though? So I don't slide in like that. So the Kool-Aid being drank, but you ain't drunk. Captain Doe. Salute to the captain. Brendan, what up, though? Said Leo said he officially excited for the season. Said have a drink. I got you. So you need that hat. I got you. David Gore, what up, though? Said the team got, Mark said he was at the game. The team got swag now. That's what we love to hear. Let's see any other what up, though in here. Leo, what up, though? Said Ernest got hope again. Said Canals got out the mud. David says, man, August 22nd, 2015 was the last time we had 30 in the preseason. Good. Appreciate that stat. Woo. That's a long time. That's almost 10 years. It's 9 years, though. See, we needed a coach from the Pete Carroll tree because his comp was for Bryce. That Cam Newton was the last time. Look smooth, no penalties. Exactly. We got some super chats in here. We're going to get the super chats in just a quick second. Slick Vic, what up, though? The word of the day is efficient. Arvera, what up, though? Yeah, you caught the live this time. Ben Watts, what up, though? Double O Kane, what up? Rails, what up, though? Billy Mack, what up, though? Old school Panthers fan, what up, though? No vanilla today. We got something to hang our hat on, man. I was expecting imitation vanilla, ended up with pure vanilla extract. Mwah. Chef's kiss. So I'm a quality delusional fan. Kellen, what up, though? Once I saw the first drive, I told the starters to get back on the plane. Goyard, what up, though? Suave, what up, though? See, on the Detroit from 704. Dan Floyd, what up, though? See, you ready to be hurt again. Riz B, what up? My Aunt Jan in the building. What's up, Auntie? Reginald Eubanks, what up, though? all y'all acting surprised. They ain't see the post-Texas stream. This is true. I was in rare form on that one. Listen, we win week 1. You're going to get that same captain. Captain will be back. Captain Bandwagon will be back after that Saints game. Trust and believe. I got my bottle ready. David Holloway, what up, though? J47, what up, though? Flo, what's good? What up, though? Listen while running the fantasy draft. Good luck in the draft. Be rich, what up, though? Josh Howie, what up, though? Let me get to these super chats. Shout out to my guy LJ on the super chat. Said, pour my second cup of Kool-Aid, Captain. Look, I got my Kool-Aid cup right here, brother. I got my Kool-Aid cup right here. It's time. It's time. It's time, man. We got to pour up, get ready. Look, man, we got a couple things to talk about. We're going to recap this game. We're going to have a good time. Because we have to get ready for cut day. We got to get ready for waiver time. Waiver time. But I got you, man. Appreciate the super chat. David Poindexter on the super chat. Appreciate it. Happy to ticket and irony on latest move bass and the band on the wagon. Look, man, we need music on. We need some music on the bandwagon. You know what I'm saying? We got plenty of spots on the bandwagon. Appreciate you on the support, man. Mr. Luke Cage on the super chat. He said, like I said before, it's the players' energy you should be watching for this team. I'm telling you, I've been there. I've seen this before right here in Seattle. Exactly. People dapping each other up. You saw after ISM had a long return, Bryce was the first one over there that was giving him a handshake with a little secret handshake. You saw Kaylavon Chason was all over him helping out in the special teams. You saw people getting excited for each other. You saw just everything, man. Jack Plummer was having a good time when he was throwing touchdowns. Like, the enthusiasm, man, it feels good, man. It feels good. You can see it, bro. You can see the difference. You can see the difference. You can feel it through the TV. You know what I'm saying? You can feel it through the TV. No doubt. Appreciate you on the super chat, man. We're now on the super chat as well. Said, my biggest takeaway from today's game is that the Panthers are winning the Super Bowl this season. Give it up for them. Hey, look, I told you, all it take is that much positivity, and the Delulu starts to kick in. That delusion, that Lulu starts to kick in, brother. We begging for something, starving for something positive to happen with this team. I mean, absolutely starving. And today, I think, was just what the doctor ordered to hold us over, to give us in a good place going forward. Obviously, today wasn't perfect, but the positives definitely outweighed the negatives. The positives definitely outweighed the negatives, man. So it's always a good time when we have positive things to worry about, positive vibes because of the win as well. It's been a good day. He said it was good. He said, Ryan Jones, what up, though? Jonathan Felder, what up, though? Earl Lockley, what up, though? Yeah, please hit the like button. We got 242 people watching the video. 242 people watching the video. But we only got 66 likes. Can I please get them likes up? Likes, it really helps me out for real in the algorithm as I try to grow this channel. Also, if you want to show some support, like you're saying, leave a super chat. It's the easiest way to get your question answered directly. I'm Aaron Duncan again. Like I said, this will be a more interactive stream. If you can't tell, we're going to talk about this game, though. Let's break it down. Because first drive, bro, was so efficient. Somebody mentioned it. The word of the day is efficient. Shout out to PPP. What's good? What's up, bro? We did look good. Efficient is the word for it. And I said it. Last year was different because, like I said, they said that it was vanilla and we weren't trying to show anything. And then come to find out, we figured out that they switched the playbook multiple times. It wasn't just vanilla. It was strawberry. It was chocolate. It was Neapolitan. Nobody likes Neapolitan like that. It starts melting and it gets conflated and it just ends up being nasty. It wasn't just vanilla. It was too many flavors last year. Too many different playbooks. But this year, you can tell. Like, everything just seemed operationally so smooth. You saw them getting in and out of the huddle. You seen Bryce Young making checks at the line of scrimmage. Dave Canales even talked about him getting us into the right runs and right scenarios. Bryce talked about them having 2 plays at a time. When he threw it to Thielen, there was 2 plays called and he checked 2 certain plays. So Bryce making the correct checks at the line of scrimmage, getting the team into the right scenarios, just stuff that they practice. You love to see stuff translate. You love to see stuff translate, you know? And this, for me, being at the joint practice, seeing how they did a joint practice against some starters and then doing this today and handling business, it feels good. It feels good. You know what I'm saying? Like being able to stack those type of efforts together, like competitive efforts together. Yeah, the other preseason games didn't look that great, but from a starter standpoint, seeing them do that in person and then this, it just feels good to feel like they've stacked momentum together that builds confidence and stuff like that. For the most part, everybody's healthy. So you have to feel pretty good, man. It's hard. It's hard not to feel good. And even if, I know we're joking around saying Super Bowl, it's probably not that type of year. It may not be a playoff type of year. But it just feels like, okay, yeah, you see a difference. Feeling and seeing a difference. Yes, it's early. Yes, there's a long haul to go. But seeing the signs early does a lot for morale. Not just in the fan base, but also on the team. You know? Confidence is everything in this league, man. Confidence, confidence, confidence. And I think that's what you saw today from Bryce Young. That looked like the closest thing we've seen to Bama Bryce since he's been drafted. And I know that Green Bay game was probably the best game he's played in his career, just from a visual standpoint. But I just thought Bryce today, like the efficiency, the poise in the pocket, the navigation of the pocket, buying time, rolling left on fourth down, throwing a clutch pass to Deontay Johnson, something we've seen all training camp, Bryce in the scramble drill. Offensive line being very stout, giving him plenty of time to scan. It just felt like Bama Bryce. It's the closest thing we've had to Bama Bryce. And it's something that we got to keep stacking up. Keep stacking up. But the composure of Bryce Young really jumped off the screen to me. The same cool, calm, and collective guy that we thought we were getting when we drafted him. I don't know what them coaches did last year to break him. They broke him. They broke him. They made, I mean, like I said, this is just one small step, but they made one of the most composed quarterbacks skittish in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully, like I said, there's work still to be done. This is still early. But you have to love the fact that Bryce came out there, looked poised. That's a great sign. A great sign for us. A great sign. But Bryce Young, 6 for 8, 70 yards, 1 touchdown pass, just spreading the ball around to everybody. You saw Jordan Matthews scored the touchdown. Adam Thielen got us into the red zone. Deontay Johnson on fourth down clutch, moving the sticks. We saw a little baby pass to Mingo. Jatavian Sanders with a nice chunk play on the crossing route. Literally spreading the ball around. And I have high hopes for Deontay, and I think Deontay will still be good for us, but I think he's going to get a lot of attention. And I expect Bryce Young to be that point guard, to distribute the ball to everybody, to spread it around. You know? And I love what I saw. The bounce back, I'm ready for the bounce back because there's so many haters. It's so many haters, bro. I want him to bounce back, not just for me, selfishly. I'm a fan of the team. I want him to bounce back for him. He's a good dude, man. Nice kid. Seems like he works hard. He got dealt a bad hand last year. You got fans inside the fan base. You got NFL fans outside of the fan base. You got the media going off on him, flipping the script like they didn't know that he was the number one quarterback coming out. just jumping ship off the jump, ignoring everything around because they felt like it had to be him. They God forbid, Frank Wright, the nice guy, was a horrible coach. So I'm just happy for the climb back and the bounce back and the receipts. The receipts that's going to be pulled when this comeback happens, not just for Bryce, but for the Panthers. We've been the butt of every joke this offseason. Even if we don't have a winning record. To get from the basement back to being Panthers bad, like 7-10 or 8-9, you know what I'm saying? The Panthers bad. There's a difference between being basement bad and being Panthers regular bad. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference. So even if we make that step, but at the same time, man, I'm excited. It's hard not to be excited, man. And I try to be measured, and I am measured. I'm not going to lie. But it feels good. And it will feel even better when we start winning these games. You know, we're going to talk about TMJ. But I thought the running game, the few times that Chuba got the ball, he looked pretty solid. The holes were there. Shout out to Zavala. And shout out to Andrew Rain filling in. I thought the offensive line protected pretty well as well. Very well. The first group. I would have wanted to see a little bit more running in the red zone. But we ended up taking advantage with the pass because I know we threw a fade. We missed Deontay once, and then we threw it to Jordan. But I wanted to see at least a run or something in the red zone, maybe. You know. So I'm that's my only gripe. I just want to see a little bit more run game. But I thought overall, man, offense was efficient. You know. Shout out to Austin Corbett. He missed the game. Corbett missed the game. He had a baby. Huge baby, 10 pounds. I think he said 4 ounces or 9 ounces, something like that. Ridiculous. It's a huge baby. Shout out to Corbett. He missed the game. Damian Lewis also missed the game for personal reasons. But Chandler Zavala filled in. And who else? The center, Andrew Rain. Look, man. When I tell y'all, I don't really like to brag a lot, but I'm telling y'all, if you watch my film breakdown, I told y'all about Rain. I show my work. Y'all. Y'all know me. I showed my work. Said Austin Corbett gave birth to a right guard. Right. Yeah, that was a big baby. But I told y'all about Rain, an undrafted free agent. I said the only pure center on the team. But Rain, another good game. I can't wait to dive into the All-22, but I showed y'all last game. That last game probably gave the coaches confidence. Because otherwise they probably would have had to do like Jack Anderson or maybe put Brady Christensen there. And I know they don't want to do that for Brady. But Andrew Rain, the undrafted free agent center out of Oklahoma, stepped up. I told you, like I said, y'all stick with me, man. I try not to lead y'all astray. I try not to lead y'all astray. Like I said, I show my work. I don't just be pulling stuff out of thin air. I do my homework. But I know somebody asked me, why didn't we go under center more? And they said, Coach Canales said that with Rain not having a lot of experience with Bryce, they didn't want to have any like mishandle snaps or anything. So that makes a lot of sense. But I'm so proud of the effort that Rain gave today. Shout out to him. But let's talk about the receivers. Xavier Legette. Let's take a little quick second to talk about Xavier Legette. Now, Xavier Legette got his first bit of action this week. We know he's been ramping up after that foot or lower leg injury. And he got some burn with the first team. That Deontay Johnson catch, you can see Legette thought it was going to him. So he was like hustling over. And then you see Deontay come out of nowhere. And then Legette got a target. He had a drop. Nerves. We saw TMJ and Mingo drop 1-2 against the Patriots. I think it's just nerves. First NFL game, first NFL target. You want to make plays so bad. It'll be more opportunities. Dave Canales kind of just had like an oh well statement. He was like, he has opportunity. He missed it. Oh well. Like, the ball's going to come back to you. But spreading the ball around, it's going to happen. You got to take advantage of the opportunity. When the ball gets spread around as much as it does, you have to take advantage of the opportunities when they come to you. So I'm not tripping. Dave liked his speed, explosiveness, like how he looked out there. So Dave was optimistic. He just wanted to see him get out there and run around. Like I said, this is your first round draft pick, your first time getting a chance to get him on the field. I know people are going to run with their narratives off of Legette because a lot of people didn't like Legette coming out, plus the injuries and stuff. But I'm fine. I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? I'm fine. But we're gonna talk about TMJ. I see y'all going off on TMJ. Jaylen Coker. Shout out to Jaylen Coker. Jaylen Coker had a touchdown catch. Had another, I think, drag route for a first down. I know a lot of y'all were really excited about the potential of him. I don't see him making the 53. It's hard for me to see that. I know some people think that he's so good that he'll get picked up. I disagree personally. Now the thing is, when you claim somebody off waivers, you have to put them on your 53-man roster. You can't claim somebody on waivers and put them on practice squad. Now, the Panthers, we have a competitive wide receiver room, but it's definitely not one of the best in the league. So if we're letting guys go, in particular undrafted free agents, I have a hard time believing that somebody in the league will pick up Jaylen Coker and put them on their 53-man roster. That's just mine. That's just my theory. And I'm cool with the potential. I'm cool with the development. I'm cool with him staying around if he wants to on the practice squad, but I just don't see a path for him to make the 53. I may be wrong. And I could be wrong, whatever. But it's just hard for me to see a path for him to make the 53. I love that route. I love that speed to separate down the field, to catch the ball on a deep route. A great pass from Plummer. But I'm thinking a practice squad for him, man. Bring him up if needed, if some injuries happen. But I just think that wide receiver room right now just has too many other guys that play special teams that are more established currently and have done more with their opportunities this training camp and preseason than Jaylen Coker. I'm not as worried as everybody else of him not clearing waivers. As everybody else is. But that's just me. Because we're talking about trading TMJ. Coker's not better than TMJ. Coker's not better than Mingo. Coker hasn't produced more than David Moore, and he don't play special teams like David Moore. He's not a better returner or bring more value than ISM. It's just hard. It's just hard. I just don't think Coker is developed yet to make somebody's 53 right now. That's just me. I like the potential. I see the vision. But I think he could clear waivers. I think he would clear waivers. So let's talk about TMJ. Because TMJ has had a great training camp. TMJ had a solid preseason. The joint practice, TMJ went off. Some of you guys are saying like, hey, we're not drinking the TMJ Kool-Aid because we've seen this story before. I'm here to tell you that I've seen probably every training camp that TMJ has had as a Panther. Maybe I missed one. I don't know. This is the best TMJ has looked in terms of training camp. I know you said he's had good training camps before. This is the best TMJ has looked as a collective, in my opinion. By my eyes and judgment, this is the best TMJ has looked. So I can't say we've seen this story before because this is the best he's looked, in my opinion. Now, he's in the last year of his contract. He scored a touchdown today. The Bills potentially need wide receivers. He has that connection with Joe Brady. Reports have come out today. Joe Person, the beat writer for The Athletic that covers the Carolina Panthers, has said that sources are saying that TMJ has been shopped by the Panthers. An executive from another team said the Panthers have been making phone calls shopping Terrace Marshall Jr. So what does that mean? Because TMJ, they gave him permission to seek a trade last year at the deadline. Nobody bid. You know what I'm saying? But they've given him ample opportunities. He's excelled. You know? And some people are saying that they were propping him up and giving him opportunities to boost his trade value. Maybe so. I don't always believe in that type of stuff because I think they talk. I think the body of work, the talking and stuff, and agents do work behind the scenes anyway. I think the game action is just icing on the cake. But what is the trade value for Terrace Marshall Jr.? I think a player for player trade is ideal. That's just my opinion. Maybe you get a draft pick if you want to, but I don't think you get much more than a pick swap. I think last year we traded for ISM. I think we traded a 6 for a 7th. We traded a 6 and we got back ISM in a 7th round pick. So a pick swap and a player. I could see something like that happening. I could see maybe player for player again, like we just did, where we trade Terrace for like maybe an edge rusher. I think edge would be a good way to go. I think corner would be okay, not a bad way to go either. I think pass rush would be my biggest target. If I'm looking to add somebody for a TMJ trade, I will look there. But you have the Patriots need wide receivers. The Bills need wide receivers. The 49ers potentially could be looking for wide receivers. Or Ricky Pearsall hurt. Maybe not because they got the Ayuk situation going on. I said TMJ for Higgins. The TMJ for Higgins. Yeah, that ain't even. But I would not cut him. I think cutting TMJ would be idiotic, personally. I think personally cutting TMJ would be idiotic. I think Terrace Marshall Jr. has easily shown that he's a top 4 receiver on this current roster right now, just based off of what he's done. I don't know if it's the system. I don't know if it's just more opportunities. Regardless, he has taken advantage of the opportunities and rose to the occasion. I think if you don't trade him, you have to keep TMJ. I don't think there's any reality where we just straight up cut him. Far too talented to just cut for nothing. But unfortunately, Ihmir Smith-Marsette, he was injured today. Rolled up his ankle on a return or something like that. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but I think it was an ankle injury. So that may complicate the situation in the receiver room as well. You know, because look, we're only gonna keep 6, maybe 7. At 7 would be crazy, but I think that it's gonna be tough. It's some tough decisions. Some tough decisions have to be made. Like I said, ISM getting hurt complicates it. It complicates it. But I'm you like this. You like when you like what Dave Canella says, you challenge the room. You challenge the room and you see competition is gonna either, like I said, pressure. Pressure is gonna make a pipe burst or it's gonna make diamonds. And some guys are stepping up. Mingo has stepped up. TMJ has stepped up. I mean, look at the box score. Everybody's stepping up. Literally every receiver on our team, I think, caught a pass except Leggett. Stratton caught a pass. Mingo caught a pass. Pinkney caught a pass. ISM caught a pass. Deontay caught a pass. Thielen caught a pass. David Moore caught a pass. TMJ caught a pass. Coker caught passes. Literally everybody caught a pass except Leggett. But everybody got opportunities today. This is what you want. That's what you want. Right now, I'm thinking Deontay, and I'm going to get into these super chats, y'all. My bad. Deontay, Adam, Mingo, TMJ if he's still around, Leggett, ISM, and David Moore. David Moore, I think, makes the team. I think, especially if they get rid of Excel, I think David Moore is on the team. That's just me. I think Matthews is a tight end. I think Matthews makes it. I think Ian is going on IR. I think ISM is a lock, 100%. He shows some solid stuff in the receiving game. Had a breakout return game. Blackshear is hurt. And so I think Ihmir is a natural step up into that. We didn't really know what was going on. If you follow me on Twitter, I tweeted out that Raheem Blackshear, for some reason, wasn't getting a lot of running back reps. This is the third game. He missed all the preseason games, is inactive. In the game that the starters actually played, he didn't stood up. People were telling me that, hey, he may just be on the bubble. I doubt it. He was top 3 in return yard average last year. Why would they cut him? Just off the strength of that, he would get a 10. Not to mention he's dynamic in on offense too. So I think, I don't know. It's some tough decisions. I think Ian Thomas could go on injured reserve or not pup, but injured reserve. But I don't get the feeling that, I know they're trying to develop people, but I don't get the feeling that they care about age. Oh, my bad. Did I say get rid of Excel? My bad. I didn't hear it. My bad. But TMJ is who I meant. But the receiver room is probably the toughest call on the roster. Tight end is a tough one, and safety as well. Safety and corner as well. But yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. But I thought Brady Christensen played some left tackle. Yeah, Andrew Raym looked good. I told y'all in the film breakdown, bro. Mm-hmm. But TOJ to Dallas for a pass rusher. Hey, if we can get a pass rusher in return, man, that'd be phenomenal. But I think pass rusher will be the target compensation if we get rid of TMJ. Tommy Tremble was hurt. The thing about tight end is that we only have one solid blocker outside of Ian, right? So Ian Thomas, we know he doesn't bring much of anything to the passing game. Never has, probably never will be, unfortunately. But Ian Thomas is a pretty solid blocker. Inline, tight end, can play that. Can be physical. Has experience. Tommy Tremble is physical as well. He's a solid blocker as well. Probably not as consistent blocking as Ian Thomas, but he's a solid blocker as well. So I know some people are ready to kind of move on from Ian, but unfortunately we need some blocking. I told you on the film breakdown that JT Sanders isn't there yet. He isn't. Jordan Matthews is only 235 pounds. He's not going to be in line, as in line up right beside the tackle with his hand on the ground and block people type of tight end. That's just not his game. That's just not who he is. He's a move tight end. Move tight ends are guys that go in motion a lot. They're the wing back, offset, stuff like that. Those are move tight. That's the type of game that he's there for catching passes. So I just think the tight end situation is very complicated because of that. I think Jordan Matthews is, with his receiver background, he is probably going to be the most polished of a route runner, most polished after the catch. just as a tight end, and the IQ, I think, and the experience he has. I just think he brings an element to the tight end room that nobody else has as well. You saw the receiving ability today, catching a touchdown. He's had a couple catches all preseason. He's been steady. So tight end is going to be a group I'm going to be looking very close at. At the cut day deadline. That's what I'm going to be looking very, very closely at. Randy Gregory, I don't know about that. He ain't going to show up. TMJ and Ian Thomas for Brian Burns. Send it. TMJ for Micah Parsons. Send it. TMJ for Brian Burns, straight up. Send it. But between now and cut day, we'll see what goes on with TMJ or anybody else that may get traded. I'm getting these super chats. Shout out to Mr. Luke Cage on the super chat. I don't think we even care about Coker had it not been for Smitty giving big ups on his podcast. Hey. Look, he didn't get drafted. A lot of people were surprised he didn't get drafted after that. But I think Smitty's endorsement did really help a lot of fan enthusiasm, which is fine. Everybody has their camp hopefuls that they hope for, but I think too early on people were a little ambitious about where he would be on the depth chart. That's just my opinion. Old school Panthers fan, shout out to you for the super chat. Let's talk a little bit about how well this game was orchestrated, even down to the clock management at the end of the first half. Yeah, I thought that as a head coach, getting the experience was good as well. My only knocks on Canales, and it ended up working out anyway because the Bills' defense was just like brain fart. But the commentator said it. They probably should have got up and spiked the ball first before that last play, then had a timeout, but ended up working out. I also thought that maybe they shouldn't have ran the extra play, but gave Eddie a shot to kick a long field goal. But that's just me nitpicking because I got Eddie under my microscope. But Eddie Pinheiro is hurt now. We're going to talk about that in just a little second as well. But I wanted to complete my thought on how he managed the game. I thought he did well. Play calling. You could see Brad Isaac right beside him. He said that Brad Isaac called plays in the second half. He let Brad Isaac, his offensive coordinator, call plays in the second half. So that's very, very cool. And Jerry Rivera didn't call plays today at all. So that kind of lets you know about what was going on with the defense. We'll talk about defense briefly in a minute as well. I'm not going to lie. I was way too excited watching the offense. So I had to go back and watch tonight to see the defense. I'll watch the replay tonight. Of course, I'll break down the film. I'll break down the opening drive on film. I'll break down the whole drive too. It'll be a nice one. Yeah, I mean, the only thing the other knock was, I thought they maybe should have challenged that chase. It was hard for us to see on the TV broadcast, especially watching the Bills broadcast on NFL Plus. Unless you were local, you got a better angle or something than I didn't. I didn't think that it hit the ground. I thought that he got it maybe like right at the ground on that pick. I thought maybe they should have challenged it just because it's preseason, like F it. Especially with the emphasis they want to get on going after the ball and turnovers. Like, go ahead, get a shot. Dave. Like, throw that red flag out for the first time. You know? Throw it out for the first time. Might as well. Might as well. But I thought overall, yeah, it managed it pretty good. And Double O King, shout out to you on the super chat. You saying the same thing. So why didn't they challenge that chase on until he caught it? You know what I'm saying? I thought I didn't think it was that clear to just not give it a second look, but look, I don't have the angles that they have in the press box and stuff. They have a review guy. Like I said, Brad Isaac was right, is like pretty much right on Dave Canales' hip all game, kind of helping him manage the game as well too when he was calling plays. I kind of like operationally how they ran that thing. It's like I said, you can see Isaac right, like literally he's on the sideline. I don't know if he'll go into the box later. I doubt it. I think Dave maybe likes him right there side by side, but I think Izzy is going to be there to help him manage the game from that standpoint, help him with some of that decision making and what stuff to consider in terms of the challenge and stuff while he calls plays. This is something that's probably going to work out as they go, but Izzy was right there attached to his hip. So that's something, like I said, as the first-time head coach and play caller, that's going to be something that Dave will have to work out and see what their dynamic is going to be. They're really very good friends. They trust each other. So that's just something that I wanted to be curious about how they handle. But again, is it called plays in the second half? I like how they gave them an opportunity for that. But appreciate you on the super chat, brother. Appreciate you on the super chat. Yeah, I want to see him kick over 50 yards for real, for real. So it was good not to see him call everything. Shout out to Renee or Reem, I'm bad. Said new to the community, we need it today. Bryce looks so comfortable. Hey, welcome aboard, man. Welcome. If you're new, if you subscribed recently or you're not subscribed but you're still watching, please hit the subscribe button down below. I should have been said this. I'm Aaron Duncan. I make Panthers content. We rolling right now. This is a post game one. We're going to talk about the defense and probably a little bit of injuries, and then I'll wrap this stream up. But this is my interactive streams, podcast, film breakdowns, news and updates, videos, of course, are what I do here on this channel. So make sure you are subscribed if you have not. If you're watching this right now, please give the video a thumbs up too. It really helps me out in the algorithm, that interaction and that engagement. It lets YouTube know that you like it. And since you watch Panthers videos, it's going to get other people that watch Panthers videos similar to you to funnel to my videos, and it helps me grow. I'm on my quest to 20,000 subscribers. I would love to get to 20K before the end of the year. But I want to get to 20. I know there's some people that creep, but they don't always subscribe. But so help me subscribe. Help the channel out by subscribing and giving the video a thumbs up, help me grow. If you want to leave a super chat to get your comment put on the screen, you can leave a super chat. It's to support the channel. It's like a tip jar. I really appreciate those in my independent creator journey. Let me get to one more super chat. Jay Hood. Appreciate you on the super chat. Said, bro, the defense had the worst play open field tackling I've seen in a while. I think this is a good segue to talk about the defense because I agree. We haven't been able to tackle great for years, to be honest. We haven't had great tackling in years. And I don't know if it's just a change of the offseason rules, so you can't really hit in practice that much, and so they don't do it. But, yeah, we haven't had great tackling in a while on this team. It doesn't matter who the coach is. It doesn't matter who the players are. That's why I think it's just maybe the rules that since you can't practice tackling that much, it hasn't been great. But I was very disappointed. Josie Jewell missed some tackles. Trevin Wallace missed a tackle that ended up leading to a touchdown. A lot of guys are just getting rust off, I think. This is the first time a lot of the defensive starters played, so you expect a little bit of rust in the first time in live action, so I'm cool with that as growing pains. But, yeah, the tackling was bad. The The tackling was bad, yo. It was bad, yo. It was, man. It was bad. It was bad. It was bad. Dante Pope, shout out to you. Said you're doing a good job, my brother. I've been a Panthers fan since '95, man. Appreciate you. Just want to be a resource. Justice Brown, what up, though? Said Boodle got to go. Yeah, Boodle might be cut, brother. Yeah, Woods had some good hits last year that got a flag. This happened the past 2 years. Man, Cole, what up, though? What up, brother? I got it right the first time. All right. My bad, Renee. My bad. The tackling. I don't know who that receiver was. I can't remember. But Frank Gore, and I know Mr. Luke Hayes said it, Frank Gore Jr. was going. Yeah. Frank Gore Jr. was running hard, but I think our bad tackling just made it look even better. So today showed why Dan and Brent are ready to throw it back at JC. Yeah. Definitely need JC. We're a better defense as he's on the field. Like I said, Ejiro Evero didn't call plays today. So that makes me feel a little bit better. But Cooley called plays too. It's a potential replacement if Ejiro gets hired. So I forgot who the other guy was that called plays. But it was two different defensive coordinators. Two different people called plays on the defensive staff today. But, yeah, the corners look rough. The first team defense, and we were missing key starters. We were missing Woods, of course. Woods was out. JC was out. Two key members in the secondary. Safety still play good. Nick Scott had a very, very nice play. Very, very nice play getting the pass breakup on the sideline. But our corners, man, woof. You see why they went and got Michael Jackson. You see why they went and got Michael Jackson in that trade. Cooley did the first half. But you saw why we went and traded for Michael Jackson. We needed some experience. So we'll have Michael Jackson. We'll have Dane Jackson eventually. Of course, J.C. Horn will be back. He just got held out. And then hopefully Woods will be ready for week 1. He's been back on the field, but clearly they weren't going to play him today. And I 100% approve that message. So I want to see our secondary healthy. I want to see, obviously, Clowney. He'll be a difference. The pass rush was just vibes today. DJ Johnson, I know he got a sack, but it wasn't like pressure. He got a cleanup sack. So, I don't know. It was Clowney is going to definitely make a difference, but he's going to get a lot of attention just based off of what I've seen from everybody else. He's going to get a lot of attention because we don't have a ton outside of him. I don't think Iku played today, did he? Yeah, I don't think Iku Leota played today. Yeah, I don't think Iku Leota played today. I don't know. I gotta check the inactives. Saying Wanham gonna get 8 sacks. We don't know when Wanham's gonna be back. That's the thing, bro. We don't know nothing about Wanham. I don't think we can count on Wanham, to be honest. I'm not even factoring him in to the equation. I'm really not. We don't know what we're going to get. He hasn't practiced. He hasn't played. Like I said, With TMJ trade, I would go after a pass rush. If you're gonna try to get something back in the TMJ trade, go look at the edge. Or the waiver wire, look at the edge. Edge, DBs, I'm good. The deal with Wynham is he had a procedure on his quad, and then he had a setback in his rehab. He had a surgery or some kind of procedure this offseason. They knew about him having that when they signed him. But I don't think they knew about the setback. The unfortunate part is Chase Young was I don't think we would have got Chase Young and Clowney, but Chase Young been playing pretty solid this preseason for the Saints. And he was the one that had injuries. I don't think money was ever going to be good enough to get Chase Young and Clowney. I would prefer Clowney over Chase Young if we had that choice. But we just don't know what we're going to get. We just don't know what we're going to get, you know. So that's the biggest thing with Wynham. But we definitely need help in the edge room. I'm cool with Iku as a rotational guy. You know, but we need real answers. Speaking of injuries, Eddie Pinheiro got hurt on that 45-yard field goal. You know that's getting close to his range, so he stretched he's trained his leg, trying to kick that. It looked weird floating through the goalpost. I know his leg ain't the strongest, but you could definitely tell them 40 yards that he loved, it was kind of off. So apparently they said that he's fine. He didn't kick off the rest of the game. Coach said they held him out because of soreness and it's out of abundance of precaution. But we'll see over the next few days how serious it is. If they bring in Mevis again, we'll see how serious it is. I doubt it because they don't have room on the 53 to hold two kickers. But just bad luck. Another kicker getting hurt in Buffalo. Zane Gonzalez, the guy that Eddie replaced, got hurt in Buffalo. What is going on? Is the field cursed? What is going on? What is going on? It said BBL kicker on the way back. The thicker kicker. We'll see if he comes back. But yeah, Shaq played today. I thought Shaq looked okay. I loved that PBU that Shaq had. It almost led to the pick. That was a heck of a play, just to get his hand up on it. But Trevin Wallace, he was active. Like I said, he missed a tackle. He got a tip pass on that 2-point conversion that got called anyway. But like I said, it was a bit worrisome to see them missing tackles and letting Ben DiNucci move the ball. But I ain't tripping because EJ didn't call the plays. We were missing a lot of key guys like Clowney, Woods, and Horn. So I'm cool. But like I said, I talked about ISM getting hurt. That'll complicate some things. We'll see in terms of the receiver room. Blackshear is hurt. Pay attention to that. Because like I said, Blackshear, he's not going to be on the outside looking in. He's one of the top kick returners in the league last year. So he had to be hurt for him to be missing action. I didn't think that he was just getting iced out for Mike Boone. But Mike Boone is taking advantage of the opportunities. So what you learn from this team is you can't play quarterbacks at New England and kickers at Buffalo in the preseason. My goodness. Which is crazy to me. Ejiro didn't call plays because a lot of times in preseason, they like to get guys opportunities that are like upcoming coaches. They like to get them opportunities to get their feet wet, being on the microphone, calling plays, talking to the linebacker and stuff like that. That's why Izzy called plays in the second half for us. But like, you give your guys in the waitings a chance to really get like that pressure and that feel of calling plays, because if they become a defensive coordinator somewhere later, you don't want their first opportunity calling plays to be like learning on the fly. You know what I'm saying? So you get that opportunity to get your feet wet, and it's an honor for those guys to be able to do that. So I think it's cool. I think it's a cool thing to do. But we'll see. But I'm gonna go ahead and get up off here, man. About an hour and 10 minutes. Got breakdowns coming up. If I can, I'm gonna try to do my 53-man roster prediction video. It may end up being a live stream if I do it, just because I may not have time to edit. And we're gonna try to look at who's gonna be around for the waiver wire. Edison, what up, though? But anyway, I appreciate everybody on the super chat. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you have not. If you have not, make sure you do that. I appreciate you guys watching here, man. Great day for the Panthers. Very, very encouraging day for Panthers fans. Very, very encouraging. Something to build off of, guys. It's not everything. We're not gonna read too in the preseason. It's a step. It's a big step, but it's still just a step. Like I said, brick by brick, it has to make you feel better about where things are, but it's still a step. Brick by brick, guys, brick by brick. But I appreciate you guys watching, man. I'm getting up off here. Love you guys. Keep pounding.